together. This is going to be, you guys know me, less is more. I love simple. And lately I've been doing way over the top designs, like tons of ribbon and everything. They're really, really pretty. Just kind of not my style. I don't know. I like simple. So I made a simple kit. I fell in love with this sign. Fell in love. I bought 100, almost 200 of them. So we had almost 200 of these kits. Isn't this adorable? So it can go from right now all the way to summer. Because you got the bunnies, but it doesn't say Easter. So, and it's a really nice sign. It doesn't have holes in it, but it's got some kind of lip. It's different. That probably explains why they were more expensive. Now there is holes at the top, so we could put pipe cleaners through the top if we wanted, but we're going to use some cable mounts anyways. What do you guys think of this sign? Is this not super cute? And the way I'm going to do this wreath is going to be simple as well. So I'm using this sign. It's a 12-inch sign. We're using a large board. I am using this white snowdrift mesh. Yes, it's snowdrift, but it's so pretty on the wreath, right? It gives it texture, right? So we're using this. And I have this gorgeous gray linen. Love this stuff. And there's another kit. I have the purple of this in. I think it's the Easter truck. Just simple gray, right? Because we're going to keep everything simple, and there's grays in the sign. And then we're going to hit it with some faux lavender pieces. Very simple. Okay? We're going to do this step by step. First thing we need to do is put our cable mounts onto the back of the sign so it has time to dry. And if you did get the kit, you do get this kit does come with the packet. Some don't. You have to really read what you're buying, my friends, because not all the kits are the same. So really, really read what you're buying. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is I like to make sure I put the pipe cleaner through the cable mount first. So let's go down. And I got my hot glue gun on. Yeah, it sounds like a different metal. It's kind of cool. Now you don't have to take the pictures off here because we're doing it on a large board, so you won't see the back of anything. And I'm going to peel the rubber off the back of the cable mount. And I have no nails, so this is always hard for me. You could use your wire nippers and kind of scrape it off. The reason we do this is because eventually the glue on the pad mount itself gives way. So, and I'm going to glue them on the sides, each side. So there's one. So I've got two. You get these in the kit if you got it. But I think we do sell cable mounts in the store as well. Get a big bag of them. I use them for the centers now and everything. They work really good on the back of the flower centers. And if you are at your local hardware store, go into the electrical section, and that's where you will find them in stores. And the there we go, that one came up much better. All right, so we're gonna glue. I'm leaving the string on because I can tell where the top of my sign is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scratch where I'm gonna put my cable mount. Don't go by the stickers. Go by the strings for the center. So I'm just going to rough it up a little bit on one side, a little bit on the other side, so it has something to grip on this sandpaper's seen its better day. There we go. Just scratch it up. Even if you have like, use your wire nippers and you can just scratch up the back just a little bit, okay? And then the cable mount has something to grip on. I'm going to put some hot glue on. Good God, I'm all tangled up here. Okay, so I have some Gorilla super glue. E6000 is really, really good as well. So we're going to put a little bit of super glue, DAP, E6000, whatever you have. That will hold it permanently. And then we're going to put a little bit of hot glue on just top and bottom so it holds temporarily for right now. Okay, so there's one. And we'll do the same for the other. They're kind of are each other, but it will work. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna cut this string off. You can keep it on if you want and put a zip tie and have an extra, use it and zip tie it to the board for extra. It's totally up to you. I personally think just the sign is suffice. All right, let's put this to the side, let it dry. Oh, what happened to my thing? Uh-oh. Why does it say my stream ended? Oh, God, I hate this. Okay, so let's cut our mesh. Now, we are going to need 32 pieces of mesh. 32 pieces of mesh. This is a 10.5-inch roll by 10 yards. So if you divide it up, 32 into 360, it's 11 point something. So I'm going to cut my mesh at 11. Yeah, the bunnies are adorable. Okay, so I'm going to roll it out. And I'm just going to use my rotary cutter to cut my mesh. You don't need to heat seal it. Okay. So 11, right? So 33, 22, 11. These, when I do kits, guys, you don't have to do it like I'm showing you. There's so many ways I've done things, different kinds of wreaths and stuff, that you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I just like to give you guys different ideas. But if you don't like my idea, do something different. It's totally your wreath and up to you. The daisy one I just uploaded. Now I kind of did it like a daisy, but it's a new petal. And I just uploaded it to YouTube. So it's there right now. I pre-recorded it. Actually, I recorded it in the VIP group. And then uploaded it and edited it. And put it onto YouTube. So it is there. It's really, really, really pretty. But again, you don't have to do your daisy kit like that. You can do it however way you want. I think there was some of these bunny rabbit or these welcome rabbits left. I think. The Easter truck one, I think, was sold out. The thing I like about this one is it just says welcome. It doesn't say anything about Easter. so you get away with it. Did I do a tutorial for what, Evie? Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to my page. And I was checking out. I really don't go snooping or anything, but I was checking out what other people charge for kits because I really have never done that. So I kind of went on Etsy and just seen some, you know, just for shits and giggles, check out some of the kits on Etsy. Holy moly. No wonder you guys say stuff about our kits being affordable. They very much are affordable. Can you buy this? I think I have some extra. I don't know if they've been put on the website yet. Don't know. And I may have more. If the kits are sold out, if this Welcome Bunnies kit is sold out, I may have more coming next week. Depending what's on the truck. I didn't realize, like I said, I didn't realize how some are really expensive. And I'm not bashing anybody, but some of the kits are with a dollar store frame. Like, really? So, again, read what you're buying. Most definitely read the fine print, look at the pictures, and ask questions about what you're buying. Yes, Debbie, it's info@canamconnectionvip.com. Okay, we're almost done here. Hopefully I'll have enough pieces. I just cut it at 11. If you want to cut it at 10 just to be safe, that's totally up to you. I cut it at 11 so don't have any mesh left on my roll. I do that all the time. Drinking your Pedialyte. Poor Sean. Do you still have to take vacation days even though you're sick? Oh, that wasn't fun. I knocked everything over here. I think they gave me an actual 10-yard roll. I hope. Okay. And that's what I have left. So hopefully we have enough. Like I said, if you don't want to take your chances, cut it at 10 inches. You'll definitely have enough. Okay, now we're going to take our board. Dun, 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 dun. Zoom out a bit. First one I'm actually going to be using row 1. I am going to be using row 1, and I just wrote my pattern right on the board. So row 1, I need 8 pieces of mesh. Row 2, I need 16 pieces of mesh. And row 3, I need 8 pieces of mesh. That gives us 32 pieces, and that's how I came up with 32 pieces divided by 360. Okay? And then I put an R on every other hole on row 1, and then an R on row 2 on every other hole. See, I'm putting ribbon here. I'm not putting anything here. I'm putting ribbon here. So that is my pattern. And row 3, I'm not putting any ribbon. So wherever I have an R, I'm putting a piece of mesh, a piece of ribbon on row 2, and a piece of this, what's this called? Lavender. these little pieces of lavender. And to cut them, just use your wire nippers, and there's little notches on it. You'll see. Cut it at the second notch. So you got about a 2-inch stem. So we got about 2 inches here. Okay, so you have 3 different colors of the lavender. Push up the leaves. Now, I just got these at Dollar Tree, so if you want to add more, you can probably, I don't know if you can find them right now, but they were like perfect for this kit, so I ordered cases and cases of it. But I don't know if they're in the store yet. But they're just, it just says lavender. So we're just going to push that right up. One of them doesn't have leaves. I don't know why. That's silly. So again, we're going to cut at the second notch. Now, when I ordered all the cases, they were supposed to have, each case was supposed to have 5 bushes of each color. That wasn't the case. So now I got to figure out how to get more of the white ones, because they didn't put enough white ones in the case. All right, so they're all cut, ready to go. Hello, hello. Okay, let's put these to the side. Our mesh is cut. Let's do our ribbon. So I need 8 pieces of ribbon on row 1 and 8 pieces of ribbon on row 2. So we need 16 pieces of ribbon. My good scissors. Cut that off. And I'm going to cut them 14 inches. So you can use your cutting mat, your measure buddy, pull it out to the number 1, right to 14 inches. However you need to cut your ribbon, even with a fabric ruler if you need to. So we need 16 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll cut 6. And like I said, this is going to be a very simplistic wreath, not full of all kinds of stuff. Thank you, Lorraine, for floating me. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12. Hello, hello. It's 12 and we need 16. So it's 13, 14, 15, 16. So you have quite a bit of ribbon left still on your roll here. So if you wanted to add a bow, if you want to zhuzh it up a little bit, you have enough to do that. This is nice ribbon. Very nice ribbon. Hello. Thank you for sprinkling me. All right, so now we're going to dovetail them. So to do that, you're lining up the edges of your ribbon, fold them in half lengthwise, and you are going to cut from the folded to the corner, just like that, okay? And then when you open it, you got a perfect V shape. And just make sure they're all lined up at the edge there when you're doing this, if you're doing a bunch of them together, just so all your V's are nicely shaped. There we go. Thanks, Linda. I think this kit was $32. So that is pretty good. Oh God, what was that? I just heard some kind of explosion. What the heck? What the heck? That was weird. Did anybody else hear that? I'm still alive though. Hello, Stacy. Yeah, that's a fair price. This one is a little more. You don't get a ton of stuff that you usually get in. I think it was because the sign was a little more expensive. I do not price gouge whatsoever. Alrighty, so we have 32 pieces of mesh. We got 16 14-inch tails. Oh, is it $29? I can't remember. We have so many kits coming out, it's not even funny. Alright, let's throw this in the garbage. Alright, we're going to build this wreath one step at a time. Alright, so you're going to take your zip tie. Alright, take a clothespin that you get. Let's fold some of these ribbons, get them ready to go. And we are going to start on row 1. I know I normally don't, but the sign is a 12-inch sign, which I have to say we have a lot of signs in stock, 12-inch squares, shaped ones, you know, like the popsicle and everything. So check out uniqueinthecreek.com if you're looking for some. We still do have our 8-inch and 6-inch, and we also have our vinyls. But we have a lot of the 12-inch and rectangle ones and stuff for the oval, or if you want to do something like I'm doing right now. Hello from all over the place. Thank you for watching. So I'm just folding these in half. I like to get all my stuff ready and then just build. And there's not too much thinking about this one because we're only using one ribbon, because the sign is going to be the star of our show. Okay, so at the top of your board, you will see 2 hanging holes and a number 1. You'll see a number 2, a number 3, number 4, and number 5. We are only using circumference 1, circumference 2, and circumference 3, okay? There's these 2 hanging holes. You can put your hanger in now if you want. So go down, do your zip tie up for a few, you hear a few clicks, and then cut the tail off, and there's your hanger. Okay, now I'm starting on row 1 to the right and the left of the hanging holes. Okay, so I'm going to take a zip tie, put it through the hole, and we're going to be using the hole to the outside of the board. Take a piece of your ribbon, take a piece of your mesh. I'm going to use a kerfuffle. I love doing a kerfuffle, and that is you fold, it's curl side up, so when you open it, it springs. You have finished edges on the left and right, And these are where we cut. I'm going to bring that cut end up approximately halfway. Bring the top just over the bottom there. Okay. And I'm going to pinch it or pleat it right in the middle. So it looks like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over because I want this seam facing down on the table, because I don't want we don't want our customers or ourselves seeing if there's any strings or frays or anything. You're going to put that right on top of where you put your zip tie. You can throw a clothespin on it. Then you're going to take your piece of ribbon, pleat it in the middle, flip it up so both tails are about the same size. Take your clothespin off, put that right on top, and then just come around with your zip tie. I like to make sure before I totally make it tight that my mesh is going upwards and my ribbons look pretty even on both sides and tighten. And that's all we're going to do on row 1. So that's why I get everything prepared ahead of time, because then I just build it. So again, we're doing a kerfuffle. Pinch right up the center, flip it, put it onto the board. So I got my zip tie and it's just sitting there like in an L shape. Open up our ribbon where I folded it in the center. Put your mesh on, put your ribbon on, go wrap around. And we're not farting around with pipe cleaners and all that stuff, because this is going to be a different looking wreath. I don't know if you guys remember a couple times. I've done them a couple times. I did a deer one, and it was just simple with just one ribbon and some greenery and a sign in the middle. And then I did a breast cancer one, and people went crazy for it because there's a lot of people like me that like the simple ones. I have a feeling this one's going to be one of my favorites because I love lavender, and that sign is so super cute. So do you see how I'm making my kerfuffles go outwards? We're going to make this wreath look big without using too much stuff. Isn't this ribbon pretty? I love this ribbon. It's going to look so nice because the sign is kind of rustic looking. Yes, the ribbon is the same on both sides. Carrie, I cut the mesh at 11 inches only because I only needed 32 pieces and I didn't want to waste any mesh. So I did 32 divided into 360, and that gave me 11 point something. I had this much left. So hopefully, I never counted the pieces, so hopefully we had enough. But if you want to make sure, you can cut it at 10 inches. I just hate having little bits of leftover mesh. This ribbon light's really pretty too. So I'm doing every other hole. And it's kind of a no-brainer because I put an R there, so I don't have to think. I know exactly what's going there. I know, I love it too. Actually, I have the Easter truck kit here. It's got the lavender of this in it. Well, this will be grays and purples, but yes, grays and pinks or naturals and pinks, they're so pretty. Now, when you use zip ties versus pipe cleaners, you get a nice tight fit. Like, not fit, but it's tight to the board. It doesn't feel like it's going to like fall apart and stuff. And I find they're, well, much better constructed with zip ties. And that's just my personal opinion. JMO. You gave in and got an oval, did you, Linda? All right, we're done that first row. Now I'm just going to go around and cut off the zip tie tails. You use your little wire nippers. All right. And this is what it looks like on the back. We still have nice, neat. All right, now we're going to work on row 2. And we're going to put zip ties in every set of holes on row 2. So you can take a zip tie, go down one hole and up the other and do it up, just like that. Or you can flip it over, take your zip tie, make sure the flat head of the zip tie is facing in between the 2 holes, and just plop it in. So I have it elevated, and I just you just use a coffee cup or whatever you have there, and it's really easy to load. I don't know, I came up with this the other day, and it's like, why did I just thinking of this now? I know lots of people preload the boards upside down like this, but I never seen anybody elevate it. It is faster. You get in a habit. I have a habit of just going down one hole and up the other, and once you get in a habit, it's hard to break. But I really like this way. But you got to make sure that the flat part of your zip tie is facing in between the 2 holes. So when you flip it over to go do your zip tie up, you're not farting around with it. This is how you load yours. Well, nobody told me. Alrighty. Well, I have it flipped over. I might as well preload row 3. Row 3, we're just preloading the normal holes. We're not using any shared holes. You do it this way too, Alva? Awesome. Well, nobody sent me the memo. I was too busy figuring out new petals. All right, so you flip it over and this is what you have. And then you're just going to go around and do them up. Now you're only doing it till you hear a zip. We want to keep them open. Space so we can put our mesh and stuff in. Listen to Lady. Did you guys watch the video of Lady in the Snow? Oh my gosh, she had fun. It was hilarious. I do it both ways, Alva. I like to do it both ways, but I don't know why I didn't think of just elevating it. Sometimes I'm a goober. Yeah, she was hysterical. She was so pooped. Because after the live, we brought her and Duchess outside on a leash. And they had a ball. So we're just doing these up. She don't like to go pee in it or anything, but she likes to play in it. Alrighty, we are ready to go. Now I've marked on row 2, in between the pieces on row 2, I put an R. I'm going to put a ribbon and a lavender piece in there. Here it's just going to be a piece of mesh. Here a piece of ribbon and lavender, mesh, ribbon, lavender, mesh, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's my pattern. So I can start, I'm gonna start right here. It's just going to be a piece of mesh right here. Now there is templates that you can print out on our website, paper ones that you can print out if you want to write your patterns down and keep them in a book. Lots of people do that. Most of the times I just write it right on the board. So what I'm doing is, I guess I should show you, doing a kerfuffle. Okay. Flipping it up and putting the nub of this just right in to the zip tie about a fingertip length like this and pull it tight. And it gives that cute little curl here. Next one, I'm doing a ribbon, a lavender. Now you have 15 pieces of lavender, but there's 16 holes. So I don't know. I was thinking of putting 2 pieces of lavender into each. Yeah, but one will have only 1 piece. I didn't realize that when I was buying it. So stick the nub through the zip tie. We're going to put our ribbon into the zip tie, the end of it like that. And then this little piece of lavender, just kind of bend it just a smidge and put it all in and then zip it up. Okay. Put another piece. That one's just going to be mesh. I don't know what this method's called. It's just something I came up with a couple times. I've done it, and they're so pretty and not too busy. So this one's just mesh. Now I find if you put ribbon into every single one, it gets really busy looking. next one is ribbon. Oh, they had the lavender. If you want to buy some more lavender so you can put, oh, I needed to put 2 in. I'm going to put 2 in. Now you won't see this because this mesh is going to cover it. There. Isn't that pretty? So the gray brings out the purple, and then our sign has lavender in it. See the lavender? Really, really pretty. All right, so we're going to do the same for here. So we'll use this and a white one. Yeah, I thought it was cute because it had the sign, and then I was trying to find lavender online that wouldn't break the bank, because it, you know, the more money I put into the kits, the more expensive the kits would be. And I just happened to be on Dollar Tree, which I hate, but I was on there and I seen the lavender and it was like perfect. I was like, oh, damn. All right, I'll have to buy it. So it's pretty easy. You're just putting the end of the ribbon in, just about a fingertip. Take your lavender, put it in, and then you're going to zip tie it all. Now, if you want to hot glue your lavender pieces in as well, you can put a little piece of strip of hot glue. It's totally up to you. But if you pull the zip tie tight enough, it's going to stay in there. And you don't want to put your lavender too far down because we want to see it. Oh, that's just going to be lovely. So if you want to put, just in case, you can just go over, right over top, just with a string of glue, a bead of glue. No, I didn't use a fake name. You guys are funny. Making a welcome bunny spring wreath. Now to save time, we could go all the way around and put just the mesh pieces in and then go back and do the ribbon ones. Or you can do it like me where you're just going to do it in order. Hi, Skyer. Skyer's coming in to protect me. VIPers, you know what she's protecting me from. Well, I'm glad you got to catch me, Jackie. No, I don't have a vinyl in that sign. We have a gazillion other vinyls, but not that. I do believe I have some extra of those signs that I may be posting. I gotta make sure all the kits get out first. Evie, were you doubting me? You were doubting me. I wanted this simple. Now you guys will probably do it faster. I'm doing it upside down right now so you guys can see. And make sure you push up. These little leaves are really, really pretty and they're a nice sage color and they don't look cheesy. Yeah, I know, Barbara Craft. It was the sale that never ends, right? That's why you do what I do. You're funny, Evie. Yeah, this wreath is really easy. You can take your time. You can start and stop because you'll know exactly where you are when you come back to it. You can add, if there's a ribbon you got at home and you want to add to it, you can add to it. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm keeping this simple. Thank you guys. I do take a lot of pride and time in putting my kits together. These are, you know, I spend days upon days shopping for supplies because with our kits you can't just have, I can't just have like 10 or 20. I have to have at least 100 to 200, sometimes 300 kits. And that's kind of hard to buy the supplies for, especially nowadays, with the demand and the availability. But so that's why it takes a long time to put some kits together. But I think I do it pretty good. Gabe hears me cursing a lot because I'll find the perfect ribbon and then there's not enough of the perfect ribbon that I gotta have to find. I know, right? No tulips. Just say no to tulips. I'm gonna start a protest outside Michael's. Just say no to tulips. If you guys remember last year, you know, the whole tulip wreath thing. Every year Michael's tulips get cheap. Maybe this year they'll be better because maybe they heard me. But every year their tulips get really chintzy. Chintzier and chintzier. So I boycotted last year. I wasn't buying any tulips from Michael's again. So we'll see what this year's looks like. You guys are too funny. God, this is going to be pretty. This will match any decor. Like, seriously. It's going to be so pretty. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it would be easy if I was just buying like 20 kits. I could learn 20, 30 kits. I could do that with my eyes closed. We're up to that I have to purchase, like I said, anywhere to 1 to 600. I think I have 600 sunflower kits in stock. 600. That's a lot of stuff, guys. You have 100. Well, maybe they're from. Oh, they're better quality. There you go. Well, use it on the ring board. It's really easy. I think last year I said I was going to use daisies. The daisies are the new tulips. Yeah, so when we sell out of kits, guys, it's not for lack of having enough. It's just you guys absolutely love our kits. And they sell out quite fast. Now, I could increase the price and they wouldn't sell so fast, but I don't want to do that. Pearl, yes, I think I have some coming in. I have a big truckload coming in next week. I'm not quite sure what exactly is on it. I know there's some poly burlap. You were thinking of me? Oh my gosh, I got to message my sister-in-law. She was getting tickets for the D23 in September. So I may be coming to Anaheim. No 21-inch mesh. I don't like, I buy what I like. I know that's pretty bad, but I don't really use 21-inch mesh, so I don't buy it. I should, but See how I did the outside every other one? You don't need ribbon in every single hole or every single spot. I think if you did, it would be way too much. So I stick the little nub through, get your piece of ribbon, pinch it in the center, flip it up. Put the nub of the ribbon in. Do it up just a little bit, and then we're going to put some lavender. Lavender. I also had to buy kits for the Pinners Convention in Atlanta. So I have kits galore coming out. So if you are near Atlanta, Georgia, or in the Atlanta area, myself, Michelle Redding from Monkeys Creations, and Dave, and Serena. Serena is our business coach. We're all going to be at the Pinners Convention in March 10th and 11th, I believe. I am presenting there, and we do have a booth. So if you're in driving range, Pinners Convention, so just Google Pinners Convention or pinnersconvention.com and check it out. There's so much fun stuff. I'm so super excited. I said to Dave, I want to take every class, and it's like $10 to get in, and then you can register. It's a humongous like craft show, and then you can register for different workshops that you want. It has. I went to go purchase 21-inch snowdrift. My cost was almost $10. My cost. So can you imagine how much it would have to sell for? Yeah. Not happening. I am not putting all that money out to have it sit on my shelf. And because I don't use it. And if I don't use it, people won't buy it. I use it for a rose. Oh, that's weird. Oh, there. How did I get all these white? Oh, well. Actually, maybe I'll just... 3 whites. How did I get 3 whites? 1, 2, 3. Ow. We'll just switch it out. Easy peasy. Here we go. Do I? I did. Not anymore. I think I caught where you were looking. Again, if you want to run a bead of glue, just so it doesn't come out your lavender, and you're almost done. The nice thing, once you're done, you're done. You don't have to go and twist pipe cleaners around and tuck them in and all that stuff. You can do this technique with anything. Now I'm using a 12-inch sign, so I don't have to do row 4 and 5. If you were using an 8-inch sign, you would do row 4. But if you check my YouTube, I've done this same thing a couple times now. But not with a 12-inch sign. But guys, check out the 12-inch shots. I think it's out of stock now. Check out the 12-inch signs, guys. There is so many really, really pretty ones. We have a lot of them. And now, oh, there it is. I was going to say, now I'm missing a lavender. So I was supposed to be leaving for Aruba Saturday. So, not sure what I'm going to do this weekend now. That kind of sucks. Not bitter at all. Thanks COVID for ruining yet again something else. Okay, now let's go around and we'll just cut the zip tie tails. And then row 3 is just pieces of mesh. Now you could do this and put daisies in it, sunflowers, use whatever ribbon you want. If you didn't get a kit, it's really easy. Alrighty. And now here we're just going to put mesh, that's it. And put the sign on and we will be done. It's pretty. And then of course we have to straighten all our ribbons out. Okay. Thank you. It's cute. It's really pretty when it's finished. So now we're just going to put mesh in, and I'm going to put it in a little further, the nub. I don't want it too high up on here. And this, basically this mesh that I'm putting in here right now is just to raise the sign and cover the board. But I don't want to cover my lavender, so you don't even see the stems, you just see the top of the lavender, and I don't want to cover my ribbons. So I have about half a finger of the nub in there. Isn't it pretty with just the pops of purple and gray? And then when I put the sign on, it's really gonna pop. And you don't have to use a ton of stuff. Don't have to use a ton of ribbon. You don't have to make a big old bow. I'm glad you guys are liking it. That's awesome. You bought 15 kits. Oh, I want to come. Where you live? I want to come. Oh, I can't. When's Super Bowl? I'm having mouth surgery on February 2nd. It'll be quiet around Unique in the Creek for probably a week. And if you guys wouldn't mind sharing this live, that would be great. I will be uploading it to YouTube. So I'll edit it and upload it to YouTube so it'll be a little easier to watch. I do like to come live and hang out with you guys. But I do have to, you know, do my duty and put it onto YouTube for people that don't have Facebook or people that need to Can we sign up on a waiting list for more kits? Connie, send me a message. Like I said, I do have more. I'm waiting. What am I waiting on? I'm waiting on something. One thing. And I just don't know what day the truck is coming. Isn't it pretty with the snowball mesh too, the snowdrift? Told you. It just gives it that extra. Find a 12-inch sign on the website. Find a roll of mesh that you absolutely love. Find a roll of 2.5-inch ribbon that matches your sign, or even a solid like this. I just went with kind of the grays that are in the sign. Look how pretty that is, right? And there you go. And get a large board, and you're good to go. This is a white snowdrift, it's called. I love using this for Easter and Christmas. Last one, my friends, and we did have a 10-yard roll. Yay! With 2 inches to spare. Alrighty, hey, we're done. Now, this ruffle that we just made is going to go nicely around the outside of the sign. Did you guys see that when I put it on there? Did ya? Okay, ready? Now, where's the top of my... And look at our back. Party on the front, boring on the back. We love it like that. We love it like that. There's our hanging hole, so that's the top of our wreath. Let's put our sign on. So I'm going to just kind of nestle this in. Actually, we won't nestle. We'll pull stuff after we get the sign on. So I'm just going to go straight down. Now I can tell you what holes I use. It will depend on where you put your pipe cleaners when you put your sign. Okay, I've got the pipe cleaner in the back, and I'm just giving it a quick twist. You don't want to pull this tight because you need to put the other one in. Let's see. There's where I put it. I'm not too sure why. That's just where I felt it was going. And then we're down the same row. Signs on any wreath are the more difficult part. Give it a twist. Ah, not bad. It works. Now don't pull it too tight until we fix all our ruffles. We want to make sure we have all our ruffles not under the sign. Grab a 12-inch sign, friends. I told you, it's beauty. Now, the 8-inch looks really, really cute too. You just do one more row. You would do row 4 as well. Alrighty, I think I'm good. I think everything's kind of out. Let's just tighten it up a little bit more. Alrighty, and then when you are happy, you can clip off some of this pipe cleaner to put it back down the holes. We want to keep everything nice and neat. You can put a little bit of glue down there to keep those pipe cleaners down those holes. Okay, now we're just going to spin our sign. Make sure it's centered. Now, if you want, you can actually, once you know it's perfectly centered and it's where you want it, you can take your glue gun, stick your glue gun underneath, and pump out a little bit of glue and kind of just push, and it will glue to the mesh as well. Okay. Alrighty, now let's go and straighten all our ribbon tails. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Isn't this pretty? Super easy. So I do have another kit that was on the website. It is sold out too. It was on the website same time as this. I'll show it to you. I'm going to be doing it almost the same as this one, except I'm not going to be using lavender. I'm going to be using, this one needs to go down more, Easter egg ribbon. There we go. This one needed to go down just a little more. Alrighty, we're done. Pretty, eh? I do. I love the simplicity of this too. Very pretty. The sign is everything. So when you get a beautiful sign, you want that sign to be the star of the show. You don't want all kinds of ribbons and bows and everything. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Because look at those bunnies.